I'm saying he putting on.
Yeah, so
He's grandirizing the story or something, man, because it doesn't make sense.
so the question you asked me, can you repeat that about?
Because anything about this guy says he's got those capabilities.
Now,
No.
no, hold on. I just texted Adrenaline because I had to text him. And then Adrenaline just texted back and said, "No, absolutely not. We don't. We wouldn't even work for him. He don't pay enough.
No.
He weighs enough. He weighs enough, but he don't pay enough.
He
So
don't pay
yeah. No way. I don't see him jumping over cars, outrunning motorbikes.
Outrunning motorbikes, man.
No, now I don't see it, but and Adrenaline texted me and said he don't see it either. So it must be some sort of divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? That we're failing to mention. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So
and ran into a 4 or 5 star hotel.
Yeah, so basically his story is, you're saying his story is not saying that didn't happen, but it's like, he's making a grandiose.
Yeah, he exaggerating something.
All right,
First
now
of all, I can't see. Look, jumping out of a car going 40 miles. Now, anybody been to Colombia know them niggas ain't driving no 40 miles an hour. If it's dark and you going out to the countryside, come on, man.
Yeah.
There's no traffic. Ain't no fucking way they only doing 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No way. Second of all, you a dude and the cab driver's a chick.
Yeah. Why?
They don't have barriers, man. There's no barriers.
Oh,
I'll grab that bitch out of her hair and the back of her throat.
Oh, see, I didn't know that because, we from America, so I'm thinking there's a barrier where you can't do that.
Ain't no barriers, man.
All right, now, explain why he should have got an Uber real quick before I ask you the next question.
All right, so anybody who's traveled enough knows that everywhere you go, the cab drivers are sketchy.
Okay.
Everybody knows. Let me say, I'm going to say everybody. Because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't know. He been traveled over 40 countries, he said, but he didn't know that.
Yeah.
But everybody who travels knows you don't fucking trust the kid. There's certain cab. Let me back up. There's certain cab companies that you fuck with because they are legitimate cab companies.
Yeah.
And they tell you, fuck with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get out the airport, there's going to be a bunch of motherfucking cabs out there. There's going to be dudes trying to offer you rides.
Yeah.
Who say they got, oh man, I can take you. Gracias.
Yeah.
Pero no. Me tengo Uber. Okay. You tengo Uber. Okay.
Let me move you over here, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. For somebody who's traveled over 40 countries, you don't know that?
Yeah. He know IDD, but he didn't know that. He didn't know that. Right. Now, so I ascertained by that question, you saying cab drivers are sketchy, and real quick, why? Why are they sketchy?
Well, if you don't know that that's a legitimate cab company,
yeah,
how can you trust it?
Okay, good. All right. Next question was before we got started, who is doing this stuff? Like, because you said it might have occurred, and it does occur. Who is doing this and why? Who's doing it, and why are they doing it?
So here's where 90% of the time. Now let me not put on it. So I'm gonna just say 70% of the time, when these dudes get in these situations, they have bought some pussy.
Okay.
So what happens is these girls are being ran by dudes.
All right.
They put online all this kind of stuff, and they talk to bam, bam, bam. They talk and all this and that, and they get motherfuckers that, you know, when they motherfuckers come over, they, hey, let's go to a club.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's meet up. You just landed now.
Yeah.
And the chick wanna come over to your hotel at 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Niggas who ain't used to no pussy, ain't used to no shit, going for it.
So they in essence, they just ran by a bunch of these chicks are set up even online.
Yeah.
As a bunch of jackers or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
So
and they beautiful.
And they cartel people or no?
Some are cartel people, some are freelancers. Because you'll have chicks that will just rob you.
Yeah.
You will have chicks that will just rob you. If like, okay, so in Colombia, 90% of the time, it's going to be one chick.
Yeah.
If this chick is offering up another chick, come on.
Yeah. You should.
What they're going to do is try to get you. One's going to distract you while they do something else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it is. That's the game.
Okay.
You know. But the thing is, common sense. Are you going to bring a chick that you met online to your hotel at 2-3 in the morning and she bringing another chick? You just stepped in a country you don't know.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Anybody with any street smarts, any common sense is not going to do that.
All right.
But them horny motherfuckers will.
Oh, right. So, all right, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. Because I'm going to send you an excerpt of this because I had to capture it from another phone. Then I'll send it to you, then we'll judge on it.
All right.
But, all right, if I could send it to you, or I'll just screen share and you can watch it with me. But, all right, so let's go ahead.
So you guys go on down there and you'll find out. I can't be more serious. I don't even have a YouTube channel. I barely have a Instagram, and BMT can attest to that. I got like 30 or 40 followers, so I have nothing to gain from telling you guys this besides the fact that I can't sleep watching and seeing all of my black brothers getting deleted. It's hurt me so much that I had to come out of the shadows to tell you guys my story and the stuff that happens down there. Okay? So, I can tell you another story. Some guys tried to get me in a club in Santa Marta, but it was dark. It didn't have any signature, and the Lord said, Brandon, if you go in there, you are not going to make it out. So I literally ran to the main part of Santa Marta, okay, because this club, supposedly a club, which there was no signage, there was no one on the street, nothing, no traffic, no customers, nothing. And God was like, dude, Brad, are you crazy? Run for your life. You're not going to make it out of here, okay? I have never in my life had so...
IRS e-file is now open.
Hold on. You know how they do with this.
Taxes 100% free.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We got a small delay. But do you feel like it's certain things you could have done differently to not get in those situations?
I mean, you know, hindsight is always 20/20, but that's my point. If you're coming to a country to where you have to be on more point than America, why go? Think about it. Do you see any really big, major American companies moving to Medellin and hiring thousands of employees there? No, you don't. And because why? Companies are liable for the safety of their employees. Think about that, guys. No major companies are moving out there and creating thousands of jobs. Right? Where's GMC? Where's Ford? Huh? Do you see Elon Musk and Starlink out there and Tesla? Use your head, guys. No major American company are moving their thousands of employees, are hiring thousands of employees in that country because it's dangerous. So, with regards to what I could have done, yeah, I mean, not talk to anyone except expats. Because the couple of times I've tried to actually mingle with people in the country, I almost got probably murdered in Santa Marta. I almost got kidnapped in Cartagena. So yeah, not mess with any of the Colombian people and stick to the American expats. That's probably, if you're gonna go down there, what you should do.
All right, let me pause it right there because it made me think of Tony Montana saying he was like, yo, when Manny asked him, yo, I don't like the eyes you made, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, what is up with that? It's like, I don't like fucking Colombians. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, he's saying basically you go, you know, you got to be on more point than you are more point in America, in Cartagena.
All right, so if you just let me break it down. Like anywhere, you gotta always be on point.
True.
Don't matter where you at in the world. However, do you have to be more on point when you dealing with people who do things in gray areas?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's like, yeah, in the hood.
I mean, look, I'm going down here. I'm looking for some prostitutes. Is that a gray area? Or is that a normal area?
It's definitely a gray area.
It's definitely a gray area. Now, let me put this to you also. You're going down here asking for prostitutes in according to how he's putting it, a third world country.
Yeah.
That you don't know. It's your first time.
Yeah.
Do you have to be more on point than you would anywhere else in the world?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I don't buy that shit.
Yeah.
Because just from my experience, in all of the cities he's named, I've been.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, what's up with Santa Marta? Like, you know what I mean? It's saying Santa Marta. You know, Marta was the girl with the shotgun under the pillow. You know.
look at what he said. How he described he was going to a club. Who told him it was a club?
No one that I know of.
But yet he ended up somewhere outside the city.
Yeah.
Because he said he ran back to the city part of Santa Marta.
Yeah.
So first of all, how you get there?
Yeah.
Who told you it was the club?
Yeah.
It's dark. There's no people, no foot traffic. And as you're walking or doing whatever it is you did to get there,
Yeah.
what didn't trigger in your brain until you got there
Yeah.
that this might not be right?
Yeah. To where he said God had intervened and told him
God intervened.
and walked in and said, look, you go in there, you know, you might check in, but you ain't checking out.
You ain't checking out. So on the way, God didn't say nothing to you. He said, all right, fool, go on down there.
Yeah. I mean, he might not have been listening.
You're walking in this area, you don't see no people.
Yeah.
But it's a club. There's no traffic.
Yeah.
But there's a club.
Yeah.
Some guys try to get you to go. What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're in a new country. You look like a lame. And you talking to guys about going to clubs for what?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to guys about going to clubs?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's
you don't know these people now.
Yeah, true.
This is your first time in this country. You don't know these people.
Yeah.
Why are you taking advice from people you don't know in a country you've never been to tell you to go somewhere at night by yourself and you have no one else with you?
Mm-hmm.
True story, man. When I first met my wife in Cali, I told her that I had a friend with me that had his own room staying in the same hotel.
Yep.
I ain't had nobody with me. But
Yeah.
I told her that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm traveling alone in a country I don't know. Being in this area for the first time. Do I want anybody to know I'm by myself?
No.
Absolutely not. Male, female, I don't give a fuck who it is.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, there's certain things you gotta know as a man,
Well, and,
as
yeah.
a smart individual.
Yeah.
No, I'm not traveling alone because you don't know these people.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me get some water real quick, and then we gonna move forward. Hold on. I wish I had a stand where I could stand this up, cause this is good. Cause this might could help somebody, or it can get rid of a lot of the fear too.
Right.
Not only just that, but just to help somebody anyway. To understand what's going on. Hold on.
That's the thing, man. All right, so you thinking about going. You heard all these super fly stories, but then you heard all these horror stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you like, man, I don't know, man. I know the women are beautiful, but niggas be getting killed over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I've heard that from people. I don't know about Colombia, though, dog.
Yeah, I've heard that, too. I heard that.
Colombia, dog. Damn, man. You gonna go there? Man, shit.
Yeah. And you... Hold on one second. Let me get a swig of water, really support this to drink some water. Hold on. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna move on to the next point, because this 2 hours long, but I think the meat of it is gonna come in the beginning, I believe.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Not really pause, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Trust no one. It doesn't. Use Timothy Reed as an example. They're talking about, it's how you move. It's how you move. That's a goddamn lie.
Oh, pause right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we just said that.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you move. So,
yeah, but see, the thing, look at what he said. Don't trust no one. But did he have that attitude first?
it doesn't seem like he...
Doesn't seem like it.
No, not at the outstart. It's saying it now as the result happened, yeah, but not...
The result of you not being smart enough to know that from the fucking beginning that you're in a new place and you don't know these people.
Yeah. So, but he's saying, he's actually going to, kind of going against it, saying, look, people saying it's how you move, and he said, no, that's not how it is.
Mm-hmm. He's saying you're going to get fucked up anyway.
So, hold on, let's let him say that one more time.
All right.
It doesn't. Use Timothy Reed as an example. They're talking about, it's how you move. It's how you move. That's a goddamn lie. Timothy Reed was a successful restaurant owner in Atlanta, Georgia. He moved to Barranquilla, bought a property for $250,000 cash, and the woman that he was dating was the heir. If something happened to him, she would inherit that property. Guess what? He's dead, and they still have not solved that crime. I still haven't seen anybody in jail for that murder, and it's blatant who did it and who's involved in it. Why isn't she arrested? Why isn't she in jail? Why isn't the guy who sold the property to Timothy Reed, why aren't his relatives who he had to kick out of the property been arrested or in jail? It's either the girl or the guy who had the property that sold it to Timothy Reed, his family, killed him. That's the only two people that could have done it. Either his family did it or the girl that was on his title or whatever, title, they call it note, to the property did it. One of the two. Why haven't they been arrested? Why are they in jail? The only reason why they arrested the people that murdered my friend Tu is because Tu was a celebrity. The Bush administration knew him. He was friends with Amy Klobuchar, Senator Klobuchar, who was running for Democratic during the last presidential election. He was friends with the mayor of Minneapolis. So that's why, because the pressure was so hard on Colombia that they had to do something. But guess what? Where are all the other people, black people that have been murdered? Show me their sentences of the people that have been caught in the sentence that they got.
All right, let's pause it there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you heard of this Timothy Reed story?
No, I haven't.
All right, now based upon what he's saying, he's saying Timothy Reed, out of Atlanta, a restaurant owner out of Atlanta, got with this chick, married her, put some of the property in her name. And then, evidently they off.
I mean, he had to do it in her name because she's the Colombian citizen.
Yeah, he had to do it. Okay, so, I'm glad I've got you on this so you could put some paint where it ain't and say what I just can't, because I'm not over there. So, he had to put it in her name. So she would be, if anything was to happen to him, she would be a beneficiary of that property, I assume. And all of a sudden, he got deleted. You know what I mean? They set his program up for deletion. Now, evidently, I guess that does happen. It happened, but there was no conviction.
But okay, so maybe it happened in that situation, or maybe it didn't happen for that particular reason.
Yeah. Well, whatever. What would the motive be other than the property?
But why? Why kill him? He's more beneficial alive.
I mean, she gets
he's helping her, the family, everything.
That is true. Now, but if she's to be the recipient at being his wife, that means, she's part of whatever, comes after that.
Okay. So let's break it down. Did he have life insurance that was paid out to her?
That I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he into anything else?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I
don't know what else was surrounding that situation.
And he said that was in Barranquilla, right?
It was in Barranquilla.
So you've been to Barranquilla.
I've been to Barranquilla.
How was it?
It's an ugly place. I mean, they got a nice city part that's gorgeous. The mall, all that kind of shit, gorgeous.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I didn't, again, I didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Other people I've known that have gone ain't had no issues.
Yeah.
That's an absorbent amount. That's a big ass property for $250,000.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like he must have bought a villa or a mansion or.
He bought something. $50,000.
Or even like what they call compound. You know what I mean? Like, like what that kind of money seems like that's like almost $1 million over there.
Multiply it by 4.
So 250 times 4 is $1 million. So so he bought $1 million property for 250 over there. So you know, all right. So now it could be, they could have did that, but the fact that there's no repercussions for that.
Now here's the thing with that. That part is true.
Okay.
They're not gonna. You're an American citizen over there. They're gonna group you all together. Oh, y'all over here for bitches, blah blah blah. He's probably looking for weed or coke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, let's try to find their killers. No.
So
they're gonna be relaxed with it. That's for sure.
So in other words, they're either racist or biased, especially if you're black. If you're a nigga, you get caught up. They really ain't.
No, they do that shit with white boys. Look, you a gringo. Gringo don't have a color.
I get it, but so
And Barranquilla and all them places, nigga, until you open your mouth, they can't tell you American.
so they'll leave a white boy out there. Now, evidently, whoever this person that was close to the Bush family, I doubt he was black. You know what I mean?
Asian dude.
Well, I know he wasn't black though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he wasn't black.
Yeah. So, but you know, I'm just really breaking it down for
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the part about them not really looking for the killers and all that kind of shit, yeah.
So, in other words, you've been to Barranquilla.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're not like, you know, the dude with the Atlanta. You didn't buy no property like what. You just basically, you was moving different.
Right.
That was the move he was moving. So,
the dude supposedly now. I mean, like I said.
yeah.
If you don't know everything.
True.
You know, you gotta, okay, so he did this, he did that, but then you got to break down what was the motive and what was the motivation behind killing him. Was it solely the property?
Yeah.
Because then what did they do with the property? He said they had to put the people out of the property. Why?
Yeah.
If it's their property now, if they had sold it and disappeared, it'd be one thing.
Oh, so they put him out.
But the guy got deleted, she inherited the property, whatever, and then the family was in it.
Another family was. Her family was in it.
Her family was in it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just had to take a pause for the call and see what that was about. So let's keep it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a joke or a fucking game, guys. I can't be more serious. I've personally had at least 3 or 4 close calls with death in that country, and I've only been there twice. Spend a little bit more money to go somewhere safer. Plenty of places you could go, but you're going there for pay for play, whatever. That's what you're going there for. Homeboy up here lying that he's a successful businessman and he's going for Spanish. The largest Spanish-speaking population is in Mexico. You share a border with it, homie, in Houston, and evidently you ain't too successful because the gold chains you were wearing were cheap as hell.
Who is he? Hold on.
I don't know who he talking
Yeah, I don't know who he talking about, but you know. Okay, we gonna keep moving on, but I just, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, he's basically saying, you know, anyway, let's go. Well, he's basically saying whoever this guy was, look, you was in Mexico and you share a border with them, you wasn't really popping
Why
it.
don't you start your business in Mexico?
Yeah. So, and then he said go other places, spend a little bit more money to go places that's safer. Where is he talking about?
He talking about anywhere else. Panama, you know.
That's more
Costa
money?
Rica.
That's more money?
Yeah, a little bit more. Panama is a little bit more money. Costa Rica is definitely more money.
All right. But you've been to Costa Rica and Panama, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to both of them
What
places.
would
like Panama.
Yeah.
I do like Panama. It's cool. And like I said, you know, you might see 10 Kim Kardashians at the bus stop.
In Panama.
In Panama.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally saw it like that in Panama.
So it's popping like.
Went to Albrook Mall in Panama, which is, I don't suggest anybody go if you don't like malls because that bitch is too damn big.
Yeah.
Just when you think the mall is ending, it's some more spots to it.
Yeah,
Damn, this bitch ain't over yet. Yeah. But women are beautiful. The place is beautiful. Doesn't have a lot of humidity, which didn't kind of make sense to me, unless it was just the time I went. It was 90-something degrees, but it damn sure didn't feel like 90 degrees. You know, it was beautiful. I had a beautiful time in Panama. Costa Rica was too fucking hot for me. But they've got a humongous expat community in Costa Rica.
You said expat?
Yeah, expatriates, people from America.
Oh, okay, expat. Okay, I never heard that term till just now. But
okay.
Yeah, but I'm glad you said it, so it's good. It's good. So yeah, yeah, you said that Panama's cool. They got 10 Kardashians at the bus stop. But Costa Rica got 2 suns down there and drinking water down there.
Yeah.
So it's too hot.
I mean, but it's, you know, they call it living pure life, pura vida in Costa Rica. And it's, you know, the atmosphere, the vibe, beautiful, man. I walked just about everywhere. When I stayed in Costa Rica, I didn't stay in the resort areas. I stayed in Guanacaste and stayed amongst the people.
Yeah.
You know, and it was beautiful, man. It was just hot than a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's where Nature Boy and them was down there in Costa Rica, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you know of Nature Boy. Nah, yeah. The dude that had a cult on YouTube. But, all right, let's keep it moving.
All right.
Buy one, get 4 free. It was the cheapest gold chains I ever seen in my life, talking about he's a successful businessman. Well, if you're really successful and you're used to getting women, no really successful businessman lives in Medellin. They live in Paris. They live in Istanbul. They live in Budapest. They live in Lisbon. They live in Florianopolis, Brazil, and Venerio Camboriú. Okay? 99% of you that are living in Medellin are there for girls, and stop fucking lying to the people watching, because you're irresponsible, you're lying, and you're getting people killed. And as far as I'm concerned, you motherfuckers need to be sued for giving out wrong information and getting your fellow brothers and sisters clapped. Like we don't have enough shit.
Hold on for a second. You're going off. Take us back to when you had your situation with you guys. Like, what happened with that?
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you for asking that question. I met a girl there who I thought was cool, and we had been kicking it for a few weeks. All right? Met her in Cartagena, right? And we went to Medellin after that. All right? And we had been kicking it in Medellin for a while, and she made me breakfast, and she made me a fruit smoothie. And I remember drinking that smoothie and just not feeling right, and I went to sleep after that for about a good almost 2 days. Fortunately, it worked out for me. She only stole $200. She could have stolen my laptop and other things, so I'm much luckier in the fact that I lived and she only stole $200. But that's what I'm saying. I got lucky. And I trusted her because we had been kicking it for weeks. And, you know, I'm just not used to that because I've been on this digital nomad life for 12 years. I'm used to living in Australia, New Zealand. I'm not used to being around a bunch of poor-ass people. I didn't grow up that way. I grew up in one of the most expensive cities in Los Angeles County. So, you know, I'm just not used to this type of shit. And I have been living in Europe for 8-9 years. I'm not used to this. So I made the mistake of trusting someone, and I got drugged. Thank God I lived, and thank God she only took $200, didn't take my laptop and every damn thing else. But
hold on, let me ask you this. How long did you know her before you brought her to your Asheville?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Cap.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. IDD. Infiltration, deception, disinformation. Now, disinformation is not a part of this, but infiltration and deception is. She infiltrated and she deceived me, and I got drugged and robbed for $200.
Well, it was hold on. Hold on. It was IDD. It was infiltration, deception, and drugged. You know what I mean? No, I'm not, brother. I'm not laughing at you, B-Dub. You know what I'm saying, AKA Shadowhawk. But and I'm not really laughing at this situation. It's unfortunate that this happened to you. You know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, still though, yeah, like You said cap though, James. What's up?
Okay, so he said that he knew her before he brought her with him for about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you think that's enough time to fully trust somebody?
Absolutely not.
He's talking about the guys, are going there for pay for play. Does that include himself?
Of course it do.
He didn't put it that way, though.
No.
He said everybody else is.
Well, I mean,
but
yeah.
didn't include himself in that. So, but here's my point. If you include yourself in that, then you prove exactly what I've been saying. If you go there in that gray area, gray shit's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. You're fucking with people who are in that realm of underworld.
Yeah.
So what do you expect to happen to you?
Okay.
If you're going there for pay for play, even the motherfuckers that strictly go there for that to Medellin,
yeah,
you go to the brothel.
Okay. Where now, if you go to the brothel, but nothing like that occurs in the brothels, is what you're saying?
No.
And if it did, then what?
If it did, there's accountability. It's like walking in the Target, man.
Okay, they're picking them out.
If you walk in the Target, slip and fall, you get to do what? Sue.
Yeah.
If you walk into the brothel and the chick rob you, she gonna be held accountable for that.
Okay, all right.
You're not getting drugged. And think about it, dude. Why freelance if you got a store?
True.
Why am I buying off the taco truck in the fucking restaurant right there?
Yeah, true.
But he don't want to trust nobody now.
Well, now, another thing he pointed out is that he lived in one of the richest areas of part of L.A. County. He didn't really deal with poor people. He been to Istanbul, over there, various places in Europe. Mm-hmm. Evidently, more expensive neighborhood. He never dealt with poor people, so it's safe to say the street smarts is lacking because of that reason.
Absolutely. He don't know what struggle is. He don't know what being in the streets is.
Yeah. And
he is the definition of, sheltered life.
Okay. So he couldn't survive in this jungle.
He couldn't survive in the jungle.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it is unfortunate, whether that's true or not.
Yeah, I hate to hear anything happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. I'm not a victim blamer.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that with common sense, man, it'll take you a long way.
Yeah. And his appearance definitely is the interference. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like when you come to New York City and you looking straight up at the skyscrapers, they don't know it, but that spells victim back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
They're not aware, they're not paying attention, and then either you're gonna have the somebody snatching your pocketbook or a panhandler or whatever. Or
let me give you this nugget. So I'm in Hawaii. Walking down the street. Hawaii is beautiful. Calm, cool, collected Hawaii. It's a dude in the bushes trying to get my attention. Trying to supposedly sell me weed, or you say he got everything. He's trying to get my attention. And the young lady I'm with, I'm like, come on. She's like, hey, he's trying to talk to you. I'm like, bring your ass on.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, this guy. I'm like, bring your ass on.
Yeah.
It's dark, and this motherfucker's in the bushes.
Yeah.
Is there anything about that situation that says I want to stop and talk to him?
Hell no.
Hell no. Hawaii is not Medellin, Cartagena, but you still use that brain
Yeah.
that says, I'm not fucking with him.
Yeah, that instinct or
That instinct.
would set up my spidey senses go off immediately. First of all, I'm
not listening to him.
yeah, I'm when I see people like that and you in the bushes, that really, that's a reproach to my very being. Like I don't even want you around me. Don't even talk to me. I turn very bougie. I turn kind of evil. Like, get away from me before I do something to you, because I don't like you. I just don't like stuff like that. Like, man,
Right.
don't talk to
But
me.
not even to entertain the conversation is what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah. Don't even entertain it.
I'm telling the girl, bring your ass on.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
give a fuck what he's selling. He's in the bushes.
Exactly. It's not presentable. So
not
so
presentable.
therefore it's unacceptable. So we can keep it moving.
Right.
All right. So let's, shout out to B-Dub, aka Shadowhawk. But hey, bro. I don't know, man. I shouldn't roast you because it's kind of messed up. But that shirt and the glasses and the appearance is not presentable. Therefore, it's unacceptable, because people are going to take a look at you and ascertain that, yeah, you're not from the street, and you might have been there on that tip of, I'm going to trick heaven. Even, you know what I'm saying? And run into 180 Kevin, over there, you know what I mean? And AK-40 Steven, or Manuel M16, and set him up Santiago. So, you got to watch out for Santiago setup and Manuel M16. No, what's that? What's that group over there? No, not MI6.
You talking about MS-13?
MS-13.
El Salvadorian.
Yeah. You gonna run into MS-13 Manuel. You know what I'm saying? Manuel MS-13.
It's one of those things, man, where if you consider it, think about this. If you consider where you're going,
yeah,
third world.
Yeah.
Then you also have to consider that even your sneakers could be valuable to somebody.
Yeah.
It's not just the jewelry and the watches and all that. Your sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten out of the airport and been putting my Uber in the people want to carry your luggage. People want to do anything to make $1.
Yeah.
And if you don't have cash, I've had the dude ask me for my hat.
Yeah.
Let me get that hat, man. Let me get that hat.
Did you give it to him?
No, I ain't giving my hat. Nah, Chief, you can't get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the thing is if you know you're going to that type of place, of course you have to exercise caution with who you deal with.
Exactly.
I don't care how long her hair is, how big her titties is, how fat her ass is. She's still a complete fucking stranger in a third world country. And if you consider yourself never having been around poor people, then you know what the issue is with very poor people.
Facts. They're poor. That's the
They're
issue.
poor. So they looking for anything to come up. This man wanted my hat.
Yeah.
Because it was different than what they were used to. So he could sell it.
Yeah, man. That's all right. That's unfortunate. Let's keep it moving real quick.
All right.
Okay, then did you get law enforcement involved at all?
Yeah, and guess what? Do you think she got arrested or in jail or anything happened to her? No. From what I heard, she's in America. Last time I heard. I know people in Cartagena. And I sent pictures of her, and they said, man, she's no longer in Cartagena anymore. Last we heard, she's in America.
What if there was no galaxy far, far away? And there was no joy.
Oh, wow.
I wish the volume was high, but
Yeah. So, you think real carefully if you want to go to a country where people can drug you, and next thing you know, they're in your country, living the high life. Probably doing the same thing they did in Colombia to Americans in Miami, in Atlanta, or wherever she is.
all right. Did he just finish up the Timothy Reed story?
So what? Nah, he never did.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about what he was just talking about, where the girl is and all that.
Did he finish up what?
The Timothy Reed story with that last statement he just made about the girl is now in Atlanta and all that.
That's his story.
Oh, that's his story. Okay, all right. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, that's his.
I'm gonna see how far, because how far are we into it? I don't know, but because it's 2 hours long. We just want to get the bulk of it. I'm probably doing a disservice by not doing the full 2 hours, but it's just that's just too long. Hold on.
So tell us a little bit about your friend too, and exactly how that came about. Because you say you dated her for like almost 6 months.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months. Again, you guys keep using Tinder and then dating apps. So he met her on Tinder roughly 6 or 8 months ago.
I'm gonna stop right there. I gotta intervene. I gotta interject. Now, all right. Your take, real quick, because just to be fair, that was like one of the suggestions. Like if you from you to me, if I wanted to, get to know him, and that was one of the platforms you recommended. So I assume where he's going with it, but before we get into it, what's your take on that?
All right, so there are prostitutes on Tinder. There are set-up chicks on Tinder. There are good girls on Tinder.
Yeah.
You have to talk to people. And you have to know certain questions to ask. I mean, everybody's not going to be honest. It's like, motherfuckers, dude's not going to be honest.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So talking and knowing certain talking points to bring up is what gets you outside of that realm.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So if she doesn't spend any time with family, she's not talking about her family and doing this and doing that and, her pops and her moms and all that kind of stuff, and she's solely talking about, I want to see you, I want to do this, I want to do that, you got to be wary of that.
All right. Good point, because remember, this is what I'm doing. I'm documenting this, and this, just like he's putting it out where it can help somebody, we're putting it out, and you're putting it out where it can help somebody as a response. You know what I mean? So, now, next question. Now, I'm glad you said it that way. I'm glad we stayed this long for this portion of it. All right. Now, what is the vernacular of the setup woman, and and what are their traits and behaviors and characteristics of that setup, where you be like, you can detect or you could discern, like, wait a minute, just like you said, she's doing the family thing. Boom, 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 boom. What is this girl talking about? Let's do some sort of forensic psychology here.
So I'm gonna let's do this. I'm gonna group the prostitutes and the setup chicks in the same same thing, because most likely they are one and the same.
Good. Let's get their vernacular. Yeah.
All right. So the setup chick is gonna go for whatever you tell her. If you say, "Hey, I fly in to Bogota at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go back to the hotel. I'm gonna, freshen up, and maybe we can, I'll see you tomorrow because I know I'm gonna be tired. She's gonna be like, well, I can come over to your hotel. I can meet you at your hotel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you also got to look at how she looks.
All right, break that down.
If she's a dime piece, everything that you ever dreamed of, and the first night you there, she trying to come to your hotel, that does not scream good girl.
All right. Now, I know that, but that's like a close encounter of the third kind where you actually making contact with her. I'm talking about a close encounter of the second kind where y'all on the Tinder platform.
Okay, on the Tinder thing, it's just like she's in front of you. You gotta ask those probing questions of, hey, what are the things you like to do?
Okay.
You got children. And look, you come flat out and ask them, are you a prostitute?
Come on.
Do you sell it?
Come on.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm finding that on these apps, there's a lot of them.
Come on.
Before we continue with this conversation, I just want to ask you, and sincerely, I don't want to offend you.
Yeah. Come on with
this
it.
is my experience being on Tinder or Bumble or whatever.
Yeah.
And most of them will be like, yeah, I get paid for my time.
Get down. Wait, hold on. Let me stop for a second. Get down. Brother James presiding over this message from the Church of Tinder, Bumble and dating platform, Missionary Baptist Church. Come on with it, man.
You gotta look at it, man. If the goal is money, and that's what she's doing,
yeah,
she's hoping that that's what you're gonna go for. That's what you're looking for. That we have that stigma of Americans coming here to buy women. To pay to play. To
pay to play, like he said.
Right. So if you come out and ask, I haven't met one yet that said, no, I don't, and actually does.
Okay. So let me break it down. So by you being very direct, in some cases indirect, but very direct, speaking the language of directness, you basically have probing questions that you gave an example of, and one of them is, hey, I don't mean to offend you, but I've heard on these platforms this is what goes down. Are you a working girl?
Yep.
Are you on the blade? Are you on Fig trying to do it big on Fig? You know what I mean? Or are you on Henry Hines showing you behind? What's going on? So you come right out and ask her. You know what I mean?
I have no problem. I don't know her.
Yeah, I don't know. But this is very important now. This is game.
If you know it's going down in that country anyway, why not ask?
What? Some people don't think to ask because, like I told you before, I've learned this. When a man dick is alive, his brain dead. Shout out to Sin for the P.
I get that, but it's legal.
Yeah, but it's legal. Yeah, so but they're not. They're governed by their lust for that woman, and that could be very, very dangerous. You know.
That's the problem.
So that's why I'm asking you to give examples of these probing questions. I mean, that was very powerful one. We giving game right here. So that was very, very, like with the language of directness, man. Directly asking them, hey, such and such, hey, I've heard this, you know, what you on, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically what you want.
All right. So is that your only example for the set up girls and prostitutes lumped together?
I mean, it usually stops there.
Okay.
If I'm being, just being 100% transparent. If you ask, sometimes that can be your opening question.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it usually, if you're on that, your conversation, if she says yes, I get paid for my time, whatever. If you on that, your conversation continues.
Yes, okay, great.
If you're not on that, then usually my line after that is, hey, that's what you do. I don't judge, but I'm not into that.
All right, good job.
Period. I'm not into that. Sorry, I don't want to waste your time. That's just not my thing.
Is that like some of the first questions after the pleasantries?
Absolutely.
I'm being very, very specific because this is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to get it out the way.
Okay.
You can't be scared to just come out and ask.
Good job.
If she's offended, she's offended. You don't know her anyway.
Yeah.
But they know it's a real thing because it's legal there. Okay.
See, this is good information, man. This is good. It should be common, but it seems like as if it's exclusive and uncommon. So that's game. Game is exclusive and uncommon information. So now, what is the vernacular on these platforms of a potential good girl or a potential prospect for something to be a good turnout and not a burnout?
All right, so in your initial conversation, you're probing for what her day is like.
All right.
You're probing for what she does in her spare time, what she likes to do in her spare time.
Uh-huh.
You're probing her for, does she have a lot of family? Does she spend time with her family? What's important to her?
Okay.
Those are things that you find out in your initial and general conversation. You don't rush to anything.
Yeah.
You just, hey, what do you like to do in your spare time, in your free time? Oh, I like to go to the beach or whatever. I like this, I like that. Interesting. Do you like to cook? Do you like to, go shopping? I never asked that, but, It's just a question that can be presented.
All right.
Because what you're trying to do is ascertain where she is mentally.
Okay.
You want to know whether or not, money is her sole importance.
Come on.
And then you can't be, if she'll say, well, what, let me back up. Another question that I've always asked in the very beginning is, have you met anyone interesting on this platform?
Come on with it, Bishop TDJ.
You know what I'm saying? So when you ask that question, they'll either be like, yeah, or, no, not really. And explain it. Well, most guys just want sex.
Come on with it.
And you're like, okay, I understand. And then they ask you, have you met anybody? I've met a few people. However, I'm finding that most women only care about money.
This is so good.
I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for somebody who's interested in getting to know me, not my wallet.
Oh, stop playing, bro.
Yeah.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
You come out, because those types of things can eliminate you wasting time on somebody that's obviously got a hidden agenda.
Man, this is some good ass game. Now, this is very important because we're going to take care of the squares. You know what I mean? We're going to take care of the people from the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And different that has been brought up in the jungle, and those who were brought up without. In the regions without, like where this guy, B-Dub, a.k.a. Shadowhawk, is from. So we're giving some great exclusive and uncommon information to them on how to examine and probe and ascertain the mind state of that woman, but unpacking it to proper probing questions.
Right.
So you can, so now, do you believe through that your strategy and your technique of doing that is the reason why you have found a success and you avoided almost all of these outcomes that these people are having?
I do. You know, because I don't mess around with it. I get straight to it. You know, and they know from my answers to their questions what I'm looking for.
All right.
If you're looking for somebody to take care of you right off the bat, I'm not your guy.
Okay.
If you're looking for partying, or are you here to party, or you here to find a girlfriend, or whatever, your answers to that dictates how they treat you as well. No, I'm not. I'm looking to party. Oh, okay. So you're not seriously trying to find nobody. And it reverses for them. Are you? What are you looking for? I'm looking for a boyfriend or a husband. Well, I'm not absolutely looking for that, but if something happens, it happens.
All right. Oh, yeah.
But getting all of that out of the way, let them know that you already know the game.
Yes.
You already know what half of the women or 90% of the women are looking for, and you're not going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I think I've been successful because that's how I come at them. I'm not afraid to ask the question.
All right.
I'm not afraid. You look at somebody and be like, she's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. But if you don't ask, if you don't probe, if you don't weed out, those that are, got those hidden agendas and stuff, how you gonna find out unless you have a bad experience?
All right. Now that was a great take. Thanks for unpacking that, because listen, I'm a very spiritual person. I can make spiritual references. I can give you some street references, some in spirituality and carnality, but spirituality, it tells you in the good book, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and the spoken power of the spoken word can form and fashion the world that you're trying to create for yourself. If you're trying to create a world of safety, a world of prosperity and happiness, and free from all this debauchery and all these outcomes of murder and being set up and drugged, by the power of that spoken word, by you being direct and with those probing questions, and basically telling them what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, that kind of conform and fashion their outcome. Now they need to know this, because he is devoid of this he's void of this understanding, largely probably because he's not from the jungle. You know what I mean? Like, he don't know where the lions and tigers and bears live. So now, and one final question before we proceed, on these platforms, now you have your profile, and you have your profile pictures, and then you will have, I guess, your profile description or whatever you call that tells you about
and all that.
Yeah. So what would you suggest? What did you have on yours, and how did you word and frame it to weed out whatever you did? How did you word that, and what do you suggest people do?
Read that years later. Read that profile and forever.
But just, what would you suggest?
Memory is something about 40-ish year old man, looking for, living life to the fullest.
All right.
Trying to, I enjoy female company. Just looking for friends and possibilities.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, because like I said, it's been so long. But
yeah.
I try not to give expectations in my profile. I'm looking to have fun, live life. And see where where the universe takes us.
Yeah.
If it goes there, it goes there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it dictates we just are friends, we're friends.
Okay.
And I'm looking for, to ask you what you're looking for in a person, And I know I've always put secure within themselves.
Come on.
You know,
Come
know
on.
who they are. You know when it's time to dress as a woman. Know when it's time to wear sneakers. You know, not afraid of their body or whatever. You know,
Come on.
You know, that's where I lead it, because I don't want to be misleading into the fact of I'm just going to accept you because you're pretty.
Yeah.
You know, no, you got to have more than just being pretty. You know, you got to have some common sense to know that if we're going to the amusement park, you're not in heels.
Yeah.
You know, if we go into, you know, a fancy restaurant, then you might be in heels.
All right.
You know.
Wait a minute. Have you ever encountered that though? Like,
Yeah.
you so
walk down the street with a girl on a cobblestone street. And she got on 3-inch heels, about to break her ankles at every turn.
Did she know?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, you got some women that just, you know, their makeup is to dress like they're going to the club or wherever, you know, dress as nice as they can possibly dress every time they leave the house.
All right, gotcha.
And it doesn't translate into, hey, we're going to the football game.
Yeah. She going
down. You're gonna look like $1 million, but you're gonna look crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna be tripping over at the bleachers.
Right, and you know,
with no sneakers. She gonna be tripping at the bleachers with no sneakers because she got on stilettos for the fellows. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, yeah. So yeah. All right. So we covered that because this is like I'm saying, this is gonna help put some paint where it ain't. Say what most can't, and especially B-Dub. He can't really say this because I don't believe he knows this. So now this is very unfortunate that this happened to him, but this for all you squares, all you gameless and lame, brainless and gameless and full of lameness dudes, that y'all can partake of this information from people who are informed on how to conform to going to somewhere else in a different land that's resemblance of where they already came from, which is the JUNGLE, baby. I'm from Newburgh, New York. I'm from the jungle. So, jungle for life, we represent. But we're going to proceed a little further. And then we're probably going to have to, since it's so long. But I'm glad we got to this part and we got some good information out. Maybe we might do a part 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
So because this going on my YouTube channel. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. So, but let's proceed.
Come to Medellin many times. He's coming every month or every other month. Once again, she infiltrated and deceived him. She played the long game. Met him on Tinder. Evidently, she had a boyfriend. Chu was thinking that was his girl. And look, let me tell you guys something. None of you have any girls in Medellin or Cartagena. They're everybody's girl. I'm going to say that again. None of you have a girl in Medellin or Cartagena. She everybody's girl. You know why? Because that same girl would hit me up and try and get me to meet her and her friends in Medellin. And thank God I never went back. Chu kept going, and that was my... Okay.
You talking about Chu's girl?
Correct.
Damn.
I had her number in my phone.
Hold on, James. You know what? Next time, I should do it right now, but matter of fact, where's my speaker at? Because if I had my speaker, because it's low on this end, right?
It's fine on my end.
Yeah, it's fine on your end, but when I put it up there, it's probably gonna be low. But I'll do it next time. But we'll do it next. I'll have it better next time. But yeah, he said that's everybody's girl. What do you think about that?
See, that it goes back to your initial meeting.
Okay.
To your initial questioning, to your, to how you guys came about.
All right.
You know, what I found in my approach, and hey, I could have been totally wrong.
True.
Totally wrong. When I get on the plane, they could have 2, 3 other niggas. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
However, you know, the chicks that I messed with were always on point.
Why is that?
I never had any indication. I could call them and they'd answer. Text, they answer. You know, I never got that feeling that there was someone else. But in my mind, I never got that feeling that they needed to solely be loyal to me because I wasn't to them.
Yeah, I ascertained that, you know, because it's really a close encounter for, you know, y'all really
Right.
just
So
having.
you go there, you meet a woman.
Yeah.
If you're actually trying to start a relationship, you still are flying thousands of miles away.
True.
So you got to keep that in mind, that especially if she's trying to immediately get in your pocket.
Yeah.
That means, you know, she's immediately trying to get in your pocket. That means she may have some other people she met on Tinder that she's doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely. You got to expect that, though.
You got to expect it.
Yeah.
So you got to move according to that expectation.
All
So
right.
you can't become a Western Union poppy. You can't just start, you know, start sending these chicks money
Wow.
without nothing. Because they're beautiful.
Wow.
And yeah, it's some of the money they would ask you for is nothing. But the point is that they are asking.
Exactly.
And they don't know you.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I know chicks that will talk about it with you.
Yeah.
How dudes will just send them, they will say, oh, I'm having trouble, and dudes will just send them money.
Yeah.
Have never been to the country,
Yeah.
but compelled to start sending them money.
Well, we all know what spirit that is. That's the spirit of tricking that they are bound by. That trick demon, you know what I'm saying, with a trick's vision. They saw the visualization of an image, which is all maybe on the profile, whatever, or even FaceTime if they got that connection.
But
And
what sense does that make?
no, it does. I mean, to a trick.
But even to a trick is getting something out of his money.
Facts. Not all
That's
of them.
not even trick mentality, man.
That's almost simping. No, ain't no almost. That's simping.
You just feeding her for what?
Yeah, because you're right. Because when you're tricking, you're actually paying right there on the spot. Now,
Right, it's a
simping,
transactional agreement.
yeah, simping is like, all right, you just, you know, all right. I guess I just found a different definition or distinction between tricking and simping. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was
because you got, you know, my ex told me before that dudes sent money on the hope. And it blew my mind. It's on the hope. Yeah, on the hope.
Yeah.
Where'd do that? Oh, do the Indiana. Do this on the hope.
Yeah.
You don't even have the courage to fly over there and at least meet that person before you send them money. You think that's good? Come on, man. I really don't understand the psychology of that. I don't judge, man. If you pay to play, that's your thing.
That's your thing, yeah.
I don't understand the psychology of that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's abominable when it comes to a mindset such as ours, as it seems, especially, and, you know, really speaking for myself, absolutely abominable. You know what I mean? That's, no, absolutely not. That's a transgression against the laws of nature when it comes to me. You know what I mean? Because that's just not my nature. Well, I should say my nature. I just wasn't formed and fashioned that way in my mother's womb. So, you know, but some are. But if that's your thing,
go ahead.
but if that's their thing, you know, that's cool. But it can lead to trouble. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can't understand it. That logic of you becoming a Western Union poppy, as you put it. I chuckled when you first said that. I was like, I didn't hear that one before, but yeah. So you being a, we don't operate like that, but you know, we tackled that everybody's girl thing. You gotta assume, especially if she's very attractive. How many you gotta assume that you know, niggas is like
attracted to you.
I mean, I'm just saying, if she's attractive or whatever, and you saying she's everybody's girl, you gotta know that niggas gonna be like a moth to a flame of something that's attractive. You know what I mean? So they gonna be hitting her up in the inbox or however it gets down. So yeah. And I'll say this before we proceed. Remember, I was telling you for eons, I was really against campaigning girls online, but I started accepting it because that's where the wave is going.
Right.
But now I got some good game on how to proceed and vet and probe and, you know, make my distinction. So on how to do that. So now you can feel when you have, it's like when you're more prepared, or you plan, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So now if you got your plan together, it's more confidence because you got some information that's uncommon and exclusive. Right. So that's what we're here doing for those people who don't know, so you don't unfortunately have unfortunate events like homeboy B-Dub, aka Shadowhawk over there. So who adrenaline texted me and said he had nothing to do with him jumping over cars and, and running top full speed like the Flash. He wasn't down with that. But let's see what he got to say, see how far this goes, because we're a little bit over an hour into our examination. Let's go.
Set him up. She also tried to talk to you as well.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. So that's why I'm saying.
You go out with her and stuff like that, even though
Exactly. Exactly. What I'm saying is what happened to two was supposed to happen to me. But I never went. Because I got out of that country twice, and the Lord told me, Brandon, I've covered you multiple times. Keep fucking around, and even my grace will not cover you.
Okay, so was you around her at all? Like around?
Well, no, I kicked it with them at that rooftop pool that I sent you. They were actually kicking it at my table where I was sitting. You saw the pictures I sent you.
Okay, you mind if I
So, yeah. Go ahead. So this is how you guys know I'm not lying to you. We were kicking it at that rooftop hotel.
That's the dog snoring?
With the pool.
That's the dog snoring?
Yeah.
Right.
There's multiple pictures. That's the girl that set up my boy and got him murdered. You see that, guys? You guys want to keep playing? That was my boy. I loved him. He was an amazing guy, and you guys go down there thinking that that's your girl. It's not. She's everybody's girl. No real love exists in Cartagena, Medellin. I don't even think real love exists in Colombia, to be honest. If you're looking for a real wife or a real love, then go to Peru, go to Chile, go to Uruguay, go to places where people aren't so poor and destitute, so you can meet women that aren't going to set you up to get murdered.
Damn. Hold
You
on.
see those pictures, guys? Okay,
Yeah.
from both of them. So go back. Yeah.
Yeah, stop right there. Hold on. Let's get a look at that real quick. Boy, that's the artwork of God right there. And, you know, that ass got catastrophe written all over it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my Lord. Now, you heard what he said. And especially about his suggestion. And I paused it right there so all y'all can really get a look. She's saying, this is the girl, that booty caused somebody to take their final destination. So, led them to their final destination called the graveyard or the cemetery. So, based on what he just said, and especially those different places, what's your take on that and the being destitute and all that?
All right, so else we haven't addressed. If you leave with money, that's how you're going to be looked at.
God dang.
So you hear Mr. B-Dubs always talking about, you know, I didn't come from poor this, poor that, poor this. You know, then he start talking about you spirit, flying frontier, flying poor ass motherfucker. You see all this stuff there. But he's saying all that because his money, he's trying to let his money speak for himself.
Good job, James. Now that's good. Come on with it.
You know, so when you do that, when you lead with your wallet,
yeah,
you attract certain people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying his boy too did that same thing, but if they're in that same realm, in that same world, he said too was an actor, so I guess he was in the LA area.
Yeah.
He's supposedly connected to a lot of people. He didn't have that either. So I got money. I got this. I got that. If that's how you got hurt, that's what follows. You become a walking ATM machine.
Yeah.
You become a target. You know, and you can't say that enough to people who are in that mentality to pay for play.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't say that enough.
Gotcha.
I've taken two guys to Colombia, and I told both of them the exact same thing. Do not leave your wallet in your pocket.
Yeah.
You don't need to mention money. You don't need to act like you got an absorbent amount of money so whatever they want doesn't matter. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You want the personality, you want your personality to shine through no matter what. Wow, he's different.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't mind sitting and talking. He's not rushing to try to get in my pants. He's not getting blackout drunk.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. He's laid back. He doesn't get aggressive. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. You want to stand out because of who you are, not by what you have.
Good job.
You know, so all of that plays a part in how you're viewed by these women.
Yeah.
You know, so Mr. B-Dubs, you know, think about the what am I trying to say? Think about the perception of what a good man is supposed to look like and be like in the United States alone. 6 foot, 6 figures, more than 6 inches of penis.
That's 666, bro. Keep going though.
Yeah, you know?
I had to point that out. Like that. That's the mark of the beast. But go ahead.
All of that, you gotta have all of that.
Yeah.
6-pack, all, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
all of that in one dude.
Yeah.
But he can't be mean. He got to be in touch with himself. He got to be emotionally grounded. He got to be this. He got to be that. Or he got to have a whole lot of money and none of the other shit matter. That's where the world is in the United States right now.
Yeah.
You will look at the gold digger videos. Oh, he ugly, out of shape, fat. You're not my type until you see what kind of car he get in.
Facts.
It's the same exact thing if you present yourself with the car first.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing is you don't know, if you present the car first, you don't know what her intentions are. That's the same thing with leading with your wallet.
Yep.
You don't really know what her intentions are.
All right. Now, let me say this. I concur. Leading with your wallet is the ultimate definition of lame and no game. And it makes you steak look like a nice, fresh cooked steak on a plate full, surrounded by hungry wolves, in a country full that's hungry and starving. And and then you don't get to. She can get to masquerade her intentions. She don't even got to masquerade it. She don't even have to. It's not even revealed yet because you don't know, because you put your wallet and your money up there first. Had you been your own, had you adopted that mentality that you are your best campaign, or you are, the money don't make the man. I mean, man makes the money. Money don't make the man mentality, and you would know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see this event that she's at. Now, you see her attire is fitting for wherever that she's at this pool party. Incredible body and all that. I assume that you had parties similar to this, but it was like a yacht party or something.
Yep.
Now, when you conduct, like, say, have you ever done this though? Like where it was like a pool party or something like that?
Not a pool party.
Okay.
Per se. I've had multiple women at the pool.
Facts.
But, you know, we've had drinks and that kind of thing, but not really a pool party.
Were they dressed like something?
My thing has always been to control the space.
All right, unpack that. What do you mean?
All right, so I'm 50 plus.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm with a 25, 30-year-old woman that wants to go to the club, I can't control the space.
Okay, good.
Whatever happens in that space is what happens in that space.
Good job. Come on with it.
You know, but I can give her that same experience in a situation where I can control the space.
Look at this dude driving the game. Come on.
You want to be at the pool and have some drinks and have music? And fine. There's a pool here. We can do all of that. Let's get the Bluetooth speaker. Let's order the drinks. Let's have a good time right here.
Yep.
If we're all into each other, then why do we need other people to be around? We don't need other people.
Yeah.
If the people that are important are in this room, we don't need unimportant people. It's the same thing with the yacht party. You know, I have 4 select people.
Okay. All right. Controlled environment.
Control the space. You know what you want for your life and what you don't.
Yeah. Oh.
If you know you're in another country.
Yeah.
If you're out and about at night in a club, you cannot control that environment.
Yeah. But you can create a controlled environment on your own.
You can create a controlled space.
All right, good. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this girl is looking very good on this screen right here. Attraction leads to subtraction, and unfortunately, somebody's life was subtracted and deleted. So, you know, okay, it seems like this is what was going on. They at this party or whatever. I don't know if it was a controlled environment or not, but you gave some great points of, of how to make your presentation, and the mishap of misrepresenting yourself, you know what I'm saying, by leading with your wallet, because you in my opinion, become like a steak on the plate surrounded by wolves, hungry wolves. So you're gonna get devoured, like you should be. But so I'm just glad that we're doing this. This information is coming out. We're gonna move a little bit forward now. Off of that fine woman that see this? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now the appearance, you can't. Shout out to Sin for the P, man. R.I.P. He taught me that don't allow the appearance to be the interference when you seeing the truth. This woman has a very great body, but I doubt he had time to vet her intentions, because the wallet in the car was there first. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So she might have walked on by, if she'd have saw B-Dub, a.k.a. Shadow King, or whatever his name is, you know what I mean? She might have walked on by, and or ever with this guy too, or whatever. But so we really just doing this to help y'all. I'm not really trying to clown brother B-Dub or whatever. I really am unfortunate that happened to you, and God was gracious enough in his loving and mercy to protect you. I've been foolish at times, you know what I mean? Everybody played the fool sometimes, and he protects the foolish children and foolish ones and children, women and children. So he didn't have to be gamed up for God to intervene so he can preserve his life in the land of the living. Now, I want y'all to know that too, but to give y'all some extra information on top of that, even though it might be a divine intervention situation that prohibits some very tragic happen to you, this can prevent it. This also can help you prevent it, because this is divine intervention, in my opinion, because we didn't even plan on doing this, now did we?
Nope.
We was just talking. I was falling asleep. All right, come on with it.
Do you see how close I was to a murderer?
Ooh.
So keep playing. Keep playing down there. And I'm sorry if I seem like I'm upset. It's because I love you guys. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to find the best love of your life. I want you all to live your best life. And I'm telling you right now, you'll live your best life in Cartagena and Medellin for a little while, and believe me, the devil is going to visit you, and maybe you get away, maybe you live, or maybe you end up like my friend too. I'm not giving Colombia a third time. I'm done with that country. Done.
So you said that I think you spoke with him the day before?
No, I spoke with him the day of. My last messages to him were at, hi sweetheart, I'm sorry, my baby just got in. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you what she looked at mine today. Look at that, y'all.
Okay, hold on.
So, can you see her?
Come on with it.
Nice. Hola. What's up?
No, she speaks English. She's American, dude. I'm not a loser like a lot of these people that gotta go to Medellin and get a rent-a-girl. Yeah. She's looking good. Oh, you were? Okay. Yeah. So she's looking good today, y'all. Wait, turn around. Do a 360. Show them what you working with in your outfit. You see that, guy?
Nice. I see you, B-Dub. You playing?
Yeah, And she has a crazy story about Colombia as well. Oh, wait till you hear her story. So if you guys don't want to believe me, maybe you'll listen to my girl. Okay? What was your last question, BMT? I'm sorry, she was looking so beautiful. I lost my train of thought. What were you
You said you called me on the day of. What
25, he was kidnapped. Or you know, in a situation, murdered. So, think about that. And my last message was, man, like, during that week when we were communicating on that dude, stay out of Medellin, man. You're going too many times, man. You're going too many times. But that's the thing. These guys go down there and get addicted to these girls, and it ends up costing you your life.
Hold on, let me pause it real quick.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Because
Consumir proteínas para encher para ti. Pollo. Tem pollo. Tem alguma em casa? Ahora. Nada. Get out. Okay, pollo. Okay. Proteins. Okay.
yo, did you see the part where he showed his woman?
Yeah.
He says she's American. What do you think about that?
Yeah, she got some kind of something else in it though.
Yeah, but he caught her from one of those places or over there?
I don't know. I believe probably she was like something out of Miami or LA.
Okay, but all right, you know, we'll give him props, you know, whatever, you know, give him props. She was attractive, whatever. We'll give him props, no, you know, but because we can really, I mean, we got a bulk of it though.
Kind of what?
We got a nice bit of information out there where people could digest, chew on and digest, man.
Yeah.
So we ain't really gotta go too much further, but I'll just wait till you get back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we got a bulk of that. I assume that was what's name just came. What's name just came home? Can you hear me?
Nah, ain't nobody come on.
Oh.
Sophia talking to me.
Oh, that was Sophie. Okay. So, all right. Anyway, but we got a bulk of it because, you know. All right. So, in conclusion, what would you like to say to this whole thing?
In conclusion, what? Say it one more time.
In conclusion, what would you like to speak to or say to this whole thing, you know?
Man. Do your research.
All right.
Understand your situation. Understand where you're going.
Yeah.
And act accordingly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know, like B does, you going to an underdeveloped country, which I don't think it is, but you go into a country where people, are below the poverty level that you're used to, then you need to do things that don't bring the spotlight to yourself.
Yeah.
I've seen guys in the airport with their jewels on and the watches and all that, and I quietly approach them and say, hey, man, have you been coming here? No? Okay, well, listen. How you look right now is not how you want to look.
Yep.
Cool. But people are making phone calls about you while you're in the airport.
Okay.
It doesn't just happen happen as you get into the country.
Yeah.
You know, it happens the moment you step off the plane.
Yeah.
You know, and if you know these types of things, if you understand the situation that you're into, then you need to make sure that you protect yourself and that your head is always on the swivel for it.
Yeah.
If you think it can't happen to you, it's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
If you don't heed the warnings, if you don't protect yourself from... I mean, this is a place where there's an abundance of beauty.
Yeah.
And you don't need that stuff. You know, if you bring that stuff here, you're bringing Western mentality.
Yeah.
Because you don't need it. You don't need that to impress women.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Do your research, talk, and use common sense, man. If they're extremely beautiful, it doesn't mean they're out of reach. But you got to know what you're dealing with. You got to talk to them. You got to try to get to know them. And don't be so thirsty and hard-pressed to get in their pants right away. That's what gets 90% of these guys messed up.
Yeah.
Pressed to get in the pants the first night. And you're not thinking clearly to understand that this beautiful woman should not be coming to your hotel the first night y'all never met before at 2:30 in the morning and want to bring a friend.
True.
Unless she's paid for play, and then if she is paid for play, then you still flying dangerous because you don't know her.
Yeah.
Pay for play is in a gray area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's dangerous when you in those gray areas.
Yeah.
But for somebody that's not in the gray area, somebody who vets chicks, I'm not just looking to sleep with everything moving, I vet who I sleep with.
Yeah.
You know, I interview possible chicks. I don't just jump in, oh, she's beautiful there, let me see if I can get her. No, let me see what she's about first.
Yeah.
And if she's worthy of continuing the conversation, then I proceed. But don't rush it. Pace yourself. Get to know multiple women. Do small things. Meet them at the mall. Have ice cream. Latino women, for some reason, love ice cream. Inviting a chick to ice cream at the mall is not far-fetched. If she's rushing to get to the room, you ought to know something's wrong.
Yep.
You know, my take is, man, that's just it. You know, exercise some common sense. Don't be so thirsty. And if you're going to pay for play, go to the brothel.
Yeah.
Believe me, the freelancers are out there. They know you there from the moment you step off the plane. Somebody's trying to offer you women in the airport.
Yep.
They're trying to offer you drugs in the airport.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, you gotta exercise. You gotta know where you're going, man. Research where you're going. Understand the people. You know, I don't understand how you want to blame the whole country for the actions of a few. But you gotta understand, you have to take into account what that person's doing there. And if B-Dubs is right, everybody's going for pay for play, then you gotta expect shit to happen.
Yeah, and you might wind up playing and then paying for it.
Yeah. You pay in many different ways.
Yeah.
You know, you can get drugged. I mean, they was doing that kind of stuff in Dominican. They was doing it in Costa Rica. I mean, this is not an uncommon experience.
Yeah.
But the common denominator seems to be they're not interested in getting to know somebody. They're only interested in the sex part of it.
Oh, man. And, well, with that, well, that was a good take. That was a good conclusion. And, of course, you know, I'm going to say this. It's just a testament of doing diligent research, like he said, like Jay said. Do diligent. This coming from an individual who's been traveling quite some time now, probably longer than B-Dub, you know, or as long as B-Dub in these areas, in these particular areas. So I brought him up here so we can put some paint where it ain't and say what most can't, and give y'all some uncommon and exclusive information called this game that can lead you to that Bruce Leroy glow, so you don't have to utilize your dough. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, do your diligent research, and you may have to come up with the approach of bringing your lust into subjection, putting your sexual desire into sexual refrigeration before your imagination runs wild of having, you know, wanting to do lascivious and fornication out there that can lead you to your final destination, you know what I'm saying, called that graveyard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Blessings and peace to the brothers who did lost their life. Blessings to their family, and love and prayers go to them. Thanks, B-Dub, aka Shadowhawk, for even bringing this. You know what I mean? But this is for him as well, and for the host or whatever. Since I am spiritual, I'll read something that I read out of the good book. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I was looking at it the other day. Hold on. What was it? But you know, let me type this in real quick. Y'all ain't gotta be a believer or nothing. It's just some good game. I like good game. You know, it's just some good game. So I'm gonna read this out of the good book, and just some good information, man, that I read the other day. And I'll just read it from the 6th verse. It was like, from out my window of my house I looked through my casement, and behold, among the simple ones. This is who we're doing this for. You dig? For us, not calling y'all simple as if we weren't simple at one point, but we're speaking directly to y'all. I discerned among the youths, because a lot of y'all are young, a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went away to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and in the dark night. Now, didn't this transpire at night, James? Okay. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. Now, you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
If this ain't some good game, I don't know what is. Check it out. 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. That means she always outside.
Always.
12. Now is she without. Now in the street, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with the impious face said unto him, hold on, let me wait till you, cause that was kind of loud. I don't know if that was water. All right, yeah, cause they need to hear this. So she caught and kissed him, and with the impudent face said unto him, 14, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. That means she got all her affairs in order. Therefore came I forth to meet you, diligently to seek your face, and I found you. 16, I've decked my bed. You ready for this, James? I decked my bed with covers of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. You know what that means? Her place was decked out. You ready for this, 17? I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. 18, come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. That means let's get busy. 19, for the good man is not at home. Remember, he said that she everybody girl. For the good man is not at home. He is going on a long journey. That means he left. He ain't home. 20, he have taken a bag of money with him, and he won't come home at that day appointed. Meaning he coming back on the 15th, on the 14th on Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's when he coming back. It's now the 11th, baby. Come on in. 21, with her much fair speech. This is why you told us to vet them, right, James? To see if she talking to the way she's talking. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. Did you hear that? He goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of stocks. Now, he is blaming the country, but you got to take accountability, B-Dub. This is for you now. This is for all of us, really. He goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of stocks. You ready for 23? Ain't nobody ready for this. This Proverbs 7:23. Till a dart struck through his liver. You know what that means? Till a bullet hit his dome piece. You know what I mean? As a bird hastened to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Now, did that man think he was going to die that day? Absolutely not. So, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend unto my words, right? Let not thy heart decline to her ways. That's why you told us to ask those probing questions, right?
Yep.
Go not astray in her paths. That means if she on that, don't go there.
Don't go there.
26. For she has cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. So, woo, that was probably the strong one. But it ain't the strongest. The last verse is the strongest. Let me read that again. For she has cast down many wounded. And, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Because we keep hearing stories about Medellin and all that, whatever. Because the fools are there. You know, the youth that are void of understanding are there. 27 is the most frightening one out of all of them. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. Now, that was enough for me to do diligent research. You know what I mean? Because you might end up there messing with these women and not vetting them properly. You know what I'm saying? So I had to give y'all our carnal perspective, our emotional and mental perspective, and also our spiritual and biblical perspective. Because it's all game, brother. This game will give you that Bruce Leroy glow. And I'm the ambassador. I'm the grand ambassador of what transpired within the flesh. And then we're making a dynasty of it. So shout out to my boy Jay over there living. James over there living the life. He been over there successfully. Got his family and everything over there in Colombia. This infamous, dangerous place that this man is talking about. So, on that note, we're going to close out, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, I want y'all all to always remember, do diligent research and do your vetting, your proper vetting before you go over into someone else's territory. Always remember, because, yes, just as what we just read in Proverbs 7, the 7th chapter, you have to watch out for these type of women, and you have to prepare yourself and watch out where you're going. So I want all y'all to have a blast pass, a wild now, greater later. Live the life of your design so you can have a good time for a lifetime. Live the life of his design. Your life will be divine for the rest of your lifetime. Hey, this is Guess Who the Rapper, a.k.a. the Grand Ambassador of Flesh Dynasty. Nobody's fly as fine as me, baby. I'm going to sign off on y'all, man. Until next time, peace.